Wonderful people, viewers and subscribers all over the world, welcome back on this channel where truth is gospel. On this platform, BVI Channel 1, we tell you the gospel truth that will set you free. And don't forget that the ideologies driving this platform is boiling down on freedom of the people. Boils down on freedom of the people socially, economically, politically, and spiritually. And every Sunday like this, I bring you this gospel of truth that will set you free from every spiritual bondage and enslavement. I'm going to address two major, religious leaders. Let me just put it that way: Oyedipo and Suleiman, Apostle Suleiman. But on this video, I'll be addressing Oyedipo, and on the second video, I will address Suleiman. Recently, we all saw how Oyedipo had been running his business empire. He's the CEO, no doubt about that. Then he had come to add salt to the injury by talking about tithing. Tithing has been a tool many people have been, manipulated with and extorted from. Okay, now Oyedipo had come up to say that if you don't tithe and you keep giving help to the needy, you will soon become one of the needy. Listen to him.
Now listen to me. Imagine someone helping the needy and not paying his tithe. He will soon become one of the needy. How many understand what I'm talking about? It will soon become one of the needy.
Wonderful. You heard it from him, right? I had attended Winners Chapel for quite a number of time, and when it comes to the issue of tithing, when they want to call out tithers, you will always hear the pastors or whoever that is calling out for the tithe make this comment. It is very popular in Winners Chapel that if you don't tithe, things will be tight for you, or something similar to that. You will always hear it. But I see it as an emotional blackmail to extort money from the people. But I'm not just here to exchange banters with the church business owners. I'm here to open up the eyes of the people biblically what tithing is all about and how come about this tithing and so much emphasis on tithing. If you don't know what tithing means, tithe means tenth. That's 1/10 of whatever you have, or 10% of 100. So you bring it to the storehouse. If you go to Malachi, I think chapter 3, verse 10, where it was elaborated, bring ye all the tithes into the house of God, that there may be meat in the storehouse, and you open up the heavens and all the rest of them. And also from that same chapter, you hear where they say that you steal from me. That's you steal from God when you are not tithing and all that. Now, how did we come about this whole tithing? The first person that paid tithe was Abraham, and he paid it not to a priest, he paid it to a king, not to a pastor, not to a whatever. He paid it to a king. That one aside. Now, the idea of tithing came from the issue of the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. When they got to the promised land, they were sharing whatever the spoils and all that, giving people their own inheritance. But Levites, we are called out people to serve in the tabernacle. They are not entitled to any properties, inheritance, and the rest of them. They are not working for anything. They don't have farmlands and the rest of them. So God commanded the rest of the 11 tribes, to bring their whatever 1/10 of whatever they make from their farms and bring it to the temple, so that there will be food enough to serve these Levites who are serving God in the temple. That was the idea of this tithing. Now you understand that now. Good. Now, these current pastors of this modern generation, not just pastors, even other churches like Catholic, Anglican, they are now beginning to catch into tithe, because it is a very good way to rake in money. Using the blackmail, emotional blackmail, telling people that things will be tight for you if you don't tithe, telling people, anchoring people's blessing on tithing. No, God doesn't give you that condition to bless you. You just follow the principle. There are laws that if you follow it, it will give you a result. Now, let us keep it aside. Let me tell you, God started blessing me. Let me just put it that way. You religious people, God started blessing me when I stopped tithing. I was tithing even while I was a student. Even when my father still gives me money, I was tithing from it. That is to tell you how brainwashed we have been all this while. But God started touching my life and opening up ways when I stopped tithing and started giving. Giving is not just about money, but giving my time, my energy, my intellect, my resources, and even money to the service of humanity, which is the express service to God. And this is what these men will not tell you. Quote me, tell them, let them come up on a debate where I will open the Bible for them. Now, this modern church, you see, they will go to the Old Testament and take whatever they want and, garnish it with the New Testament with whatever they want and use it to manipulate the people. Because if you are taking the whole Testament or the Old Testament as a whole, why are you against the issue of people marrying more than one wife? Why are you against some of other laws or other cultural observation of the Israelites in the modern Christianity? But you just choose tithing as a way to scoop money from people. Now, let me tell you, the Old Testament, said about 18 times or 13 times in the Bible about tithing. Now, Jesus Christ in the New Testament did not pay any tithe. In fact, he rebuked the Pharisees. Go and read your Bible very well.
Matthew chapter number 23, verses 23 and 24. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye pay tithes of mint and anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. These ought ye to have done, and not to leave the others undone.
He rebuked the Pharisees who are so good on tithing and strictly following all the laws and neglecting justice, love for the people. You leave the weightier matters and you are pursuing something that doesn't matter. That was the position of Jesus Christ. And tithing was meant for the Israelites, strictly for the Israelites, the 12 tribes. Now, Christianity is beyond the Israelites. Christianity has become something that was extended to those they call the Gentiles. Now, you now copied the traditional laws. It was even included in Mosaic laws. You now include it into your Christianity and neglecting other ones. Now, Oyedipo, I know you're going to leave multi-billion-dollar investment for your children, especially your first son, who is the heir apparent, and you will continue collecting tithe. You have the biggest schools, the biggest, just name it, all the investment you had, all the, let me not just call it, very expensive ones, and yet you still collect tithe. Tithe was meant for the Levites. Now, the pastors we have today, many of them are very big business people. I'm not against you being rich from your career and your endeavors. That is nice. But trying to scoop money from people and blackmailing them with the issue of tithe, telling them that God will not bless them, or they will become one of the needy. They will, of course, we follow them if they don't tithe. If they don't bring that money, 1/10 of whatever they have. Now check the number of people that are following them. Just multiply it. Every Sunday they pay this tithe. Every Sunday, people bring 10% of whatever thing even government does not collect that amount of money. Now you understand how big and how powerful these people have been. Neglecting the real things. Now in Nigeria, the headquarters of poverty, you have multiplicity of churches, yet poverty is biting. Injustice is biting. Let me tell you, the Nigerian church particularly have what it takes to put the government of Nigeria to a stop and navigate it for the betterment of the people. They have what it takes. If truly church is what it should be, but they will not. They make themselves, I will say, partners in crime with these political criminals, subjecting the lives of the people into perpetual misery. And I keep telling you, and this is where I'm going to close, that the church in Nigeria and by extension Africa strives because the government failed. Because the government have failed. They have failed in providing good health care service delivery. They have failed in providing good and quality education. They have failed in infrastructural development. They have failed to give the young people a job. And everybody is not depending on God, even in security, which is the primary responsibility of every government. They have failed. And the church is cashing in on that to cash out on the people. That is what I am saying. So you threatening the people that if you don't pay tithe, you see, it is ironical how Africans behave. Think. You establish cathedrals left, right, and center. You contribute money to build multi-million cathedrals. Then you go into that cathedral to pray for miracle jobs. Whereas that money could be used to set up industries that will employ your children. That will be used to set up hospitals and institutions that will train doctors. You see? And some of them will tell you protection, give you some of the material, sell anointing oil, anointing water, and the rest of them to you. And yet they use bulletproof cars and security details to protect them. I'm not saying God doesn't protect people. God protects me. God leads me in every part. And I'm only here to tell you the truth. But I know many people will not believe it. But I'm here to tell you the gospel truth. Because on this platform, I am committed to doing it. I must tell you, on this platform, God has been helping us because we are here to serve humanity. And the resources that is being used, including this vehicle, we have not been able to even raise, when we are talking about this vehicle, to raise about 4 million naira to buy it. We were unable to raise up to 500,000 naira. I'm telling you the honest truth. From the money people donated, we were not able to raise up to 500,000. But you know God doesn't look at your efforts. He makes available what he wants. And I tell you, we bought this car by loan. By the person said, hey, come and take this car. And we'll be paying, offsetting it. And up to today, we are still paying for it. And God has been faithful. We started the radio program and I told them, go and educate the people on I said, it's very expensive. How can I be spending up to 180,000 naira? Where will I get the money from every month? But I had to go by faith. And that program has run more than a year now. We consistently been paid it without any sponsorship. And people have been, and you know how God works. You know, people will be touched. They say, I like what you're doing. Or yeah, take this. Or yeah, take this. Or yeah, I need you to come and cover this event. I'll pay you this. And this is how we've been able to sustain this platform. Through very few people who are benevolent to support what we're doing. We are not cajoling anybody that if you don't do this, let me tell you, when God sent you for a job, an assignment, he will equip you to fulfill that assignment. It is not your own assignment. What I'm doing here is not my own assignment. I'm here to do the assignment and service to God through the service of humanity. Let me tell you, lastly, the pastor that they published raised over 2 million naira, but we have not been able to raise such amount of money. That is because we are determined to serve the people without looking back. And that is the service to God. And that is what I want you to imply. Let your faith be on God and not on your daddy GOs. The blessing will come if you do God's service by serving those around you. I'm signing out. I'm also Janet Peters. Drop your comment. Let me have your opinion. Let us the discussion continue, and I'll be here for us to continue discussing on this. Thank you very much for watching. I'm signing out. Stay safe and stay connected to this voice. Subscribe if you have not. Bye bye.